From the edge of Music City, live from the Liberty Hall at the historic factory at Franklin, Music City Roots is on the air. Tonight, our annual nod to St. Paddy's Day as we welcome songwriters all the way from Ireland and Northern Ireland to our stage as part of our partnership with the Belfast Nashville Songwriters Festival. We'll hear from artists who know the roots of our roots in sound and in song. We had a fine time again in Belfast just a few days ago, and we are so pleased to welcome the delegation of promising young songwriters who earned the right to come over here and spend the week in Nashville, which is the sister city of Belfast, Northern Ireland. So let's get our night started, as we always do, with our musical host. We're not sure if he's Irish by birth, but tonight he is most certainly Jim O'Lauderdale.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Well, welcome, folks. And I was going to do this song last night. You know, we had a special show last night, and I decided to save it. It was a request, and it's a tune I wrote with Robert Hunter. And it's for all you animal lovers out there. Tiger and the monkey went to war. Monkey rode in on a Labrador. Tiger came on roller skates, did some fancy figure eights, juggling a dozen plates or more. Strutting cocky to the nth degree, Monkey brought his field artillery. Look at what the Tiger bought, some antebellum cannon shot, gray with Louisiana filigree. Round and round and round again we go. Round and round and round again, you know. You're sweet as a buttercup with the gold side up. Don't ever think of leaving till you go. Blackbird sitting on a daisy chain says maybe you should come out of the rain. Why don't you just postpone your war, clothe your hungry, feed your poor, before you bring your sword up once again? But that never shut me up before. I've been dealing down the line, crooked decks and loaded dice. How far do you think your luck can go? Come on, kiss me quick now, Molly D. One for you, another one for me. We'll make love upon the fence, barring fatal accidents, showing how one and one can still make three. You're sweet as a buttercup with the gold side up. Don't ever think of leaving till you go. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, and welcome to Music City Roots, live from the factory here in Franklin, Tennessee. Well, can you believe it? Here we are for the second time in 2 nights. We really had a great time last night. And, well, we're all ready to do it again, but this time with an Irish twist. We've got artists from both sides of the Atlantic tonight playing originals and traditional music. Well, to get started, say hello to tonight's announcer, sitting in for Keith O'Bilbrey. It's our show's executive producer, John O. Walker.
Good evening. Hey, Jim, big night tonight. Not only, I've been so excited, not only is it our yearly Irish show, afterwards we're going to go over to Kimbrough's and have a wee pint and do a little jamming. But my DVR is set when I get home to watch you on your big role in the show Nashville tonight.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I was going to be on Nashville on
There was a
worldwide
speaking part
television.
this time, right? You actually got a speaking part?
I've got a few lines. You know what? They cut out the love scenes. It was really, but hey, I still got paid. You know, but anyway, it's a shame. I wish that. You know, but
so you're the leader of the wedding band, from what I understand. Not to give away the whole plot, but Deacon and.
Let's not.
Spoiler alert.
Did you get to sing
Spoiler
"Tie a
alert.
Yellow Ribbon" or anything like that?
You'll see.
Oh,
you know, if you text somebody to set your DVR for them, you'll
Absolutely.
see. But,
we're proud of you, Jim.
thank you. But hey, you know what? I know I should have been sitting at home in front of my TV, but I couldn't stay away from Music City Roots tonight.
Same here.
Well,
That's why they invented the DVR.
that's right. And over here with tonight's lineup and those signature MCR interviews, temporarily Irish Craig O'Havighurst.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. And we are celebrating a wonderful relationship. We've made friends with these guys over the last 3 years. This is the gentleman that helped us figure out how to get Music City Roots in airplanes over there to a wonderful venue and do the show. Please make welcome the organizer of the Belfast Nashville Songwriters Festival, Mr. Colin McGee.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you.
His wonderful wife, Ann, is here as well. And you've brought, as you've done for some years in a row, a delegation of songwriters who come over. And I'd love to know how you guys, who gets to come to the Nashville end of this Belfast-Nashville Sister Cities relationship. How do you pick them and who you're looking for?
Yeah, that's a difficult one. It's very difficult every year to just try and bring it down from about 80 or 90 songwriters all wanting to come. So it's about listening to the songs and trying to think of the quality of the songs one to the other. We also consider where they are in their career and whether they're kind of really serious about wanting to become songwriters. And this year we picked 6 fantastic songwriters, and we're going to keep doing it. We're coming back next year as well, hopefully, and it's been good so far. We're
and they get to perform here. They perform at the Bluebird,
Yeah.
the legendary Bluebird. Also, probably get to meet, sort of figure out, get to know the business a little bit, right?
Yeah, during the day we've got a whole series of music industry meetings, and tomorrow morning we're meeting Cliff Seltzer.
Yeah. Cliff.
Tomorrow morning he's over there.
Great.
Hope he behaves himself tonight.
For a little mentorship.
Yeah, and we meet publishers and all sorts of PR people, and we're kind of, you know, the songwriters that we bring over get a chance to pitch a song, and
Nice.
and they're hoping for success. And already there's been some very positive feedback already, and I think quite a few of them are going to get some work with a publisher.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for all you do for these guys.
Thank you.
And we hope you and we can keep doing this for many years to come. So thank you, Colin.
Thank you, Craig.
Hey, we get to say thanks. John mentioned the Kimbros. We are having a good time at the after party, just a half a mile away, a few blocks away, just off the square here in Franklin. Kimbros is a venerable little pick and parlor and music venue and bar. It's a lot of fun, and with the beautiful evenings, it's a great time to go hang out after the show. And we also want to say thanks, speaking of food and drink, say thanks to Monel. Some of you I saw getting your meals tonight, your fried chicken and so forth, the banana pudding. Legendary Monel bringing the South to your mouth for 20 years. Hey, Blackstone Brewery brings us the lineup, one of the wonderful craft brews. In fact, the first craft brewer in Nashville, going back more than 20 years. Blackstone's been doing it, and they really do make award-winning, amazing brews in this craft brew era. But they tell us what's on tap, as it were, for the show. We're going to start off with a lineup of songwriters from Ireland. Sam Wickens, Kyra O'Neill, and Simon Murphy will be playing for you in just a second. A little later, we're going to be hearing from Bridget O'Neill, Ryan McMullan, and Best Boy Grip. They are in a second row of 3. We've got 2 Nashville talents on the bill that we want to invite, a traditional duo that plays the pubs and bars around the area. They're called the Fells. They're here, and later on, closing the show out, rock and roller and Nashville songwriter Billy Prine. So let's give everybody a big round of applause and get this thing going.
All right. Well, as Craig said, we're going to enjoy 2 in-the-round sets tonight from the songwriters invited to come over for this year's Belfast to Nashville excursion. Please welcome to the stage Sam Wickens, Kyra O'Neill, and Simon Murphy.
Hello, everyone. Oh, it's so great to be here. About a year ago, I was in this building and I was watching. I was thinking, oh, it would be so amazing to play there. So it's great to be here tonight. My name is Kyra O'Neill, and this song is about following your heart and doing what you love in life. It's called Arrow. Give yourself to the arrow. Give yourself to the spark. Give yourself to peace and love and things that break your heart. Give yourself to the earth. Give yourself to the sun. Give yourself to everything that makes you wanna run. 'Cause my arrow seems to point away from home. Where it leads me, I'll never be alone. And my arrow places me here today. And I will listen to what it has to say. To say. Give yourself to joy. Give yourself to pain. Give yourself to the moment, and things will go your way. Give yourself to everything that makes a wrong a right. Two wrongs won't make it easier and help you in this life. 'Cause my arrow seems to point away from home. But where it leads me, I'll never be alone. And my arrow places me here today. And I will listen to what it has to say. It can guide me by day, oh, and lead me by night. Oh, I promise everything will be alright. It can guide me this way, oh, and lead me astray. Oh, I promise, I promise, I promise. 'Cause my arrow seems to point away from home. But where it leads me, I'll never be alone. And my arrow places me here today. And I will listen to what it has to say. To say. Give yourself to the arrow. Give yourself to the spark. Give yourself to faith and hope, and soon you'll make your mark. Thank you very much.
Wow. I've had a pretty good year this year so far. My wife gave birth to her first child 6 weeks ago. So it was these bags under my eyes are real, and I'm finding less time to write songs, but it's making me more productive with the small amounts of windows I have between nappies and feeding and such things. So at the moment I have a day job as a psychiatric nurse. I look after people who have had trauma and neglect in their background. I use music as a sort of healing tool, as a recovery tool, and it gives me a unique insight into the human condition, and I truly believe in the power of the arts that can transform and can heal, and I was approached by a patient one day, and she took me by the hand. She'd had a lot of trouble. She'd had a lot of self-harm, and there were suicide attempts, and she'd had a horrific background. And she grabbed me by the arm and said, write a song and say the things that I can't say. And I took that question sort of very seriously, and I wrote this for her. There's a little bit of me in here and some of these lines as well. This is called I Have a Voice. I have a voice, sometimes I'll whisper. I have a voice, sometimes I'll scream. I have a voice, it's broken and it's trembling. I lost it once, help me find it again. Whoa, yeah. Oh, yeah. I run my mouth, it gets me into trouble, baby. I'll make my peace, but it's in the wrong hands. I pray to God, but I don't believe in make-believe. Leave the light on, mine's flickering dim. Shooting from the lip, I've been running in a circle now. I'm turning up, but I'm getting turned down. The breaking of the man is a making of an idiot. Stupid always is as stupid does. Whoa, yeah. Oh, yeah. I bide my time, taking shots and telling lies. Now and never, moments always passing me by. Leaving forever always is an afterthought. Leave the light on, mine's flickering dim. Shooting from the left, baby, running in a circle now. I'm turning up, but I'm getting turned down. The breaking of the man is a making of an idiot. Stupid always is as stupid does. Whoa, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're breaking me down. Breaking me up. Don't care who you are, I only want who you are. Whoa, yeah. You're breaking me down. You're tearing me up. Don't care who you are, I only want who you are. Whoa, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have a voice, sometimes I'll whisper. I have a voice, sometimes I'll scream. I have a voice, it's broken and it's trembling. I lost it once, help me find it again, please. Shooting from the lip, baby, running in a circle now. I'm turning up, but I'm getting turned down. The breaking of the man is the making of an idiot. Stupid always is. Shooting from the lip, I've been running in a circle now. I'm turning up, but I'm getting turned down. The breaking of the mind is the making of an idiot. Stupid always is. Shooting from the lip, I'll be running in a circle now. I'm turning up, but I'm getting turned down. The breaking of the mind is the making of an idiot. Stupid always is. Stupid always is. Yeah. I have a voice, sometimes I whisper. Woo! Awesome.
Hello, I'm Sam, and this song's called Oh Mother. I'm not a big talker, am I? Yeah, this song's called Oh Mother.
I've been many places in my own mind. You have seen many places I try and hide. We don't have to worry about the things we never can chase all the good times back. When I was younger, my mother would always say, "Your eyes, they look clear after tears took the pain away." Oh, mother, oh, mother, oh, you were wrong. So long ago, but in my mind it was yesterday. But the pain, oh, it hurts my soul. Oh, it turned my blue skies all to gray. Even when it's pouring down, oh, my hands are burning up. Still I play these rusted strings, but my soul, it has given up. When I was younger, my mother would always say, "Your eyes, they look clear after our tears took the pain away." Oh, mother, oh, you were oh, mother, oh, you were wrong.
Thank you.
All right.
So we're gonna do a song that we learned today. And saying that we're from Ireland, we're gonna do a song from an Irish band called U2.
They're from Dublin. Have you heard of them? They're all right.
Thanks so much for having us, to everybody at Music City Roots. Honestly, it's just
Yeah,
amazing to
thank
be
you.
here. And also to Colin and Anne from Pan Arts. Just legends, as we call them in Ireland.
Yeah, for
Everybody's legends.
absolutely for up and coming artists like us that maybe haven't. It would take us a lot of time to get into the types of meetings that we've been privileged to get into. So we're very grateful, and we've had wonderful audiences. So thank you for your hospitality. All right.
So this is called Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
I have run through the hounding, I have run through the fields, only to be with you, only to be with you. I have run, I have crawled, I have scaled these city walls, only to be with you. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. lips, felt the healing fingertips. It burned like fire. It's a burning desire. I have spoke with tongues of angels. I have held the hand of the devil. It's warm in the night, but I was cold as a stone. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Oh, I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
I believe in the kingdom come, then all colors bleed into one. But yes, I'm still running. I'm still running. You broke the bonds, you tossed the chains, charred the cross of my shame, oh my shame. You know I believe it.
And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Oh, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Oh, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Oh, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. No, I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Thank you.
All right. That was great, you guys. Let's hear it for Sam Wickens, Kyra O'Neill, and Simon Murphy. Sam Wickens, Kyra O'Neill, and Simon Murphy. Thank you all so much. It was great. Thank you. Boy, I'll tell you what. I'm so happy that this worked out, that they could come over. And I'll tell you what, I want to celebrate some of this happiness with some great food from Monell's. May I please share with you some of
Jim.
Monell's delicious
it's the
banana pudding.
classic
And
banana
you know,
pudding.
folks, it doesn't matter what kind of food you like. It's a slogan I invented last night. I came up with this. It's no matter what your taste is, Monell's has something that tastes great. Huh? Do you like that?
I say we go with the original slogan.
Oh, the original. You made Monell's. It's good. It's real good.
Jim Lauderdale, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Grammy-winning songwriter, producer, artist, jingle writer. You know, we can't have it all. Listen, folks, if you know anything about our show, you know that it's made possible by our sponsors. And right now I'd like to talk to you about our diamond sponsor. It's the Star 129. And if you get a chance, go out to the web and just take a look at why the Star and how the Star 129 was created to literally outshine other diamonds. Our good friend Bob Forster out hiking the Appalachian Trail this week with his daughter Grace on spring break, so he can't be with us, but we so appreciate our sponsors. If you're here in Nashville, the Star 129 is available exclusively on Hickory Hollow Parkway at Forster's Diamond Outlet. Stop in and see him. Tell him we said hello. If you've got that special occasion coming up in your life, you've got a friend in the diamond business. The rest of you listening across the country via the webcast, go to star129.com to find a dealer near you and tell them that Music City Roots sent you. They'll treat you like family. The Star 129, star129.com. Remember that when the time comes. Right now, over to the chat room, Craig Havighurst. Yes, sir.
Well, this is the fellow who's going to end the show tonight. I've just met him for the first time this evening, and we're going to be having him as a debut guest on Music City Roots, Mr. Billy Prine. Please make him welcome.
Howdy. Good to be here.
Good to see you. I did notice that you seem to play in Franklin a good bit. Kimbro's. You had some film clips up from just some of the local places here. That must be a lot of fun. You live in the area. Is that kind of the clubhouse down there?
I love it. I love it. I've been here for 25 years, originally from Chicago, but this is my home and love playing in Nashville, Cool. Any chance I can get,
Talk about Chicago growing up. How did you and your brother John kind of discover music, and what got you lit up early on?
Our parents loved music. They used to take me to see shows. I saw Johnny Cash in Hammond, Indiana when I was 4 years old, and my brothers took me to see the Rolling Stones. But the blues scene in Chicago was incredible. Sure. And we were like 10 miles directly west of downtown in a town called Maywood. It was a factory town. My dad worked at American Can Company. And music was always in our house. My mother and father didn't play, but my oldest brother, David, great musician. John, of course, and passed it down to me.
How do you think you related what was going on with the blues, which was brought up the Mississippi River from Mississippi and Memphis to Chicago in the Great Migration, but then you've also got the British invasion rock and roll, and a songwriting tradition with Bob Dylan. How did you put those together in a piece?
I came of age like when Paul Butterfield Blues Band and like Dylan put out, Bringing It All Back Home, and John turned me on. He took me to see Paul Butterfield at an all ages show when I was 12 years old. I used to play.
Nice.
So there was a lot of cats coming through Chicago then because of like Muddy Waters, Hollow Wolf, Chess Records. I went to Chess when I was 13 and got a tour. I was like really into it.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah. Well, I bought these Stones records. I go, I want to meet the cats that wrote these songs, and they live right, It was pretty...
Willie Dixon.
I was in awe. I was just in awe. I met Willie Dixon. I was like, man.
Okay,
Willie
great.
Dixon,
it wasn't lost on you. You were all about it.
Oh, I was all about it.
Was there good radio in the area?
Great radio.
Yeah, I'll bet.
LS, WCFL.
Yeah.
Good blues stations. Butterballs radio show on Saturday night. I mean... You couldn't ask for better music than Chicago in the late 60s, early 70s.
Cool.
Yeah.
I read that you moved out to California for a long time.
In 79, yeah. Had a rockabilly band called Whiplash and the Lawsuits. Might have a few fans here. California's a little bit of a stretch, but it was great. Northern California, like San Francisco, up around that part of the country, yeah.
Did you pursue music as your main thing or on the side of other work?
I was doing it, always plugging away, and the world was so much smaller back then. You didn't mind driving to play a gig for like an hour or two, because it was a good scene. I'm really glad to be a part of that. I met a lot of my heroes from San Francisco, some of the guys in the Dead, and so on and so forth with that. But that was a great scene too.
And you started writing songs about sometime along this way too, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah.
But now I gather from what I heard that you're more of a rock and roller than say John. That you love that kind of old school rock and roll.
I'm a rock and roll performer.
Yeah.
I've written a few tunes, but what I really like is getting my head around a good song and bringing it out. Getting people to dance and have a good time.
And you mentioned to me you have 2 recordings that are out and 1 in the works, right?
I've got actually 3 that I did here in Nashville, and they're here tonight, and I'm getting ready to do another single this summer. Okay. Which I'm still kind of picking
Singles are back. That's good.
I love singles. It's like the old days.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's nice to meet you, Billy, and we're going to get to hear you and your quartet later on tonight.
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks a lot. Billy Prine, everybody. Get ready to rock. Where's my friend Allie Sutton? Jim Lauderdale, you just hold your horses, man. Allie,
all right, you
sing
ready
for us,
me?
darling.
It's time for a word from our sponsor, Vietti Chili. I head to the store to grab me a can of all-natural chili. It's my favorite brand. Yeti's the best when your party is near to satisfy your guests and spread some chili cheer. St. Patty's Day's upon us, green beer, shamrocks, and leprechauns. It's better than a four-leaf clover, feeling lucky with Vietti. Feeling lucky with Vietti. Feeling lucky with... I'm Allie Sutton, your Vietti chili girl, coming to you from Music City Roots, wishing you a happy St. Patrick's Day. St. Patty's Day's upon us, green beer, shamrocks, and leprechauns. It's better than a four-leaf clover, feeling lucky with Vietti. Feeling lucky with Vietti. Feeling lucky with Vietti. We're feeling lucky. Are you guys feeling lucky? Well, let's get back to the show with Mr. Jim Lauderdale. Have a good night.
Thank you. Allie Sutton, everybody. And you know, Allie had a lyric in there about with her friend, the can of Vietti chili, and I'm so glad she did that, and that makes me feel, you know, more normal because I'll be honest with you, folks. I mean, I'm kind of a loner and everything, but I do have one friend in this world, and my best friend, and that's a can of Vietti chili. So I'm so glad that she kind of validated me in that song because now I feel like I'm like everybody else, and I have a friend. I've got a good friend. And well, so how are we doing so far out there tonight? Okay. I'll tell you what, this is a special night for us too, and we had such a wonderful time over in Ireland. And let's thank again Colin and Ann McGee that brought this great group of folks over here. I was so impressed by the songwriters over there. They just have so much heart, and they're such masters at what they do. They're just, and of course, you know, it's kind of like bouncing things back and forth because the music from over there is what our music is based on, a lot of it, you know, a mixture of a lot of things, but then it bounces back and forth. You know, our music from here went back over there and influenced a lot of them. So it's just going to keep, it's like a international ping pong game, kind of. But anyway, I don't know what you folks are doing later on or the weekend. I've got some big plans. I do have some shows coming up and everything, but I always travel, you know, I don't like to travel alone, and so I take my friend with me when I travel. My can of Vietti is never far away from me. I've got a special compartment in my suitcase and everything, and we have so much fun. And you know what? I can talk to Eddie, my Vietti can, about anything and everything. It seems like we've known each other forever. But well, folks, our next group hails from right here in Nashville, and where they set aside the usual Music City Fair to focus on traditional Irish music. And they're known to pub-going, Guinness-drinking music fans all over the region. Here's Travis Johnson and Tom Safell, known together as the Fells.
How's everybody? Yeah, good, great. Tom is looking for something. I'm sure he'll find it. He always finds it eventually. The question is, will you still be here when he's done? Yes. But he's after it right now, like a little furtive squirrel. There he goes. See.
It does make a little difference.
holiday, the place to go, nothing at the movie show. Girls are bored, half to death, the boys are gathered stone. Someone had a violin, squeeze box and a whiskey. Henry's van, we all pile into Pearson's barn we go. And as we stop along the way, grab some wood and kerosene. He said it's awful cold and pouted at the sky. Now we're at the edge of town, can't look back, we can't back down. Send the bottle back around to Pearson's barn we fly. Is a party on? Who's got a party on? Where's the party on? Fire in the barn. Is a party on? Who's got a party on? Where's the party on? Fire in the barn. We cleared a circle on the floor, cleared a circle on the floor. Everybody backed away except Thomas, Dodd, and me. I said, Tom is much too close, you build it here, the Holy Ghost. We're not grieving us, burning down the whole damn place you see. Is a party on? Who's got a party on? Where's the party on? Fire in the barn. Is the party on? Who's got a party on? Where's the party on? Fire in the barn. The mountain slapped it down, the flame shot up, the flames rolled along the floor and up the walls of heaven's heights and scream. The little man Pearson crashed the place, a look of fear upon his face. Carry on, my boys, he cried up to the sound of the whiskey. Is the party on? Who's got a party on? Where's the party on? Fire in the barn. Is the party on? Who's got a party on? Where's the party on? Fire in the barn. We sing of common decency, and moral there must surely be. Poison, booze, and kerosene, fire never mix. And when the cows have come and gone, and money's short and bills are low, an old man will burn down his barn, he's the beneficiary. Is the party on? Who's got a party on? Where's the party on? Fire in the barn. Is the party on? Who's got a party on? Where's the party on? Fire in the barn. Take it on! Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
All right, Tom here is quite the composer, so he writes quite a few tunes, and I write. We've got a division of labor in the band. He writes the tunes, I write the songs. The things with lyrics are mine, and the things that just roll along instrumentally are Tom's. So this is one of his called "The Seeded Pot."
Try to spare you all some of the tuning. Banjos always tune a lot anyway, but when you put three more strings on it, you're really in for it. Ready?
thank you. All right, this next thing is one of mine. I took an old Scots tune, centuries old actually, called Twa Recruiting Sergeants, and I decided that we needed a Civil War song, so I adapted this one. The point about it, though, is it's actually an anti-war song masquerading as a war song, so that's what this is. It's Two Recruiting Sergeants.
Sergeants came to Columbia Square, to the pride of the Southland who paint the war so fair. Johnny Rebel marched away and he left his loved ones there. Joined up the sons of Dixie and come and follow me. Well, he went off to Virginia with an infield by his side. In a Dutch-Hatchet mountain, he watched his brother die. 'Twas a drop on the surface of that rising bloody tide. Join up, sons of Dixie, and come and follow me. And it's over the mountains and along the frozen way. Hear the drums of honor, come join the merry graves. We'll fight the Yanks at Shiloh, we'll lay them in their graves. Join up the sons of Dixie and come and follow me. Cavalry. The angel of death rode close behind in baleful company. At last the battles brought him home to Franklin, Tennessee. Join up, you sons of Dixie, and come and follow me. And it's over the mountains and along the frozen way. Hear the drums of honor, come and join the merry graves. We'll fight the Yanks at Shiloh, we'll lay them in their graves. Join up, you sons of Dixie, and come and follow me. Gray was the color of the uniform he wore. The blue were the eyes of a girl he kissed no more. The red was the harvest for 1,000 men or more. Join up the sons of Dixie and come and follow me. And it's over the mountains and along the frozen way. Hear the drums of honor, come and join the merry graves. We'll fight the Yanks at Shiloh, we'll lay them in their graves. Join up, you sons of Dixie, come and follow me. Put your hand to my face and cut fast my eyes. And tell the boys at Nashville I was the last to die. On this ground so hallowed, if grace be bought with blood. Join up, you sons of Dixie, come and follow me. And it's over the mountains and along the frozen way. Hear the drums of honor, come and join the merry graves. We'll fight the Yanks at Shiloh, we'll lay them in their graves. Join up, you sons of Dixie, come and follow me. Join up, you sons of Dixie, and come and follow me.
Thank you so much. Let's see. I should have borrowed a towel from someone, shouldn't I? It's probably untoward to mop your brow with your shirt, isn't it? So. Let's see, Tom.
Callie.
Here's another one of Tom's tunes called Callie's Window. We really do appreciate the opportunity to be out here and entertain you guys. It's great fun. Keeps Tom out of trouble. So that's good.
I feel kind of guilty. We only had to go 20 miles.
Yeah, we had all these people flew thousands of miles, and we just like, well, we get in the car, let's go.
One, two, ready.
Thank you, Callie's Window. Thank you.
That's what you're waiting for.
You kind of always forget to ask for these things. Yeah, forget all the catering. I just want one black towel. All right, Tom, let's do a little jig set, a reel set.
Some reels, okay.
Let's do a reel set.
I'm going to feature the penny whistle here. I have a whole bunch of them, but this is what they call a high D. Penny whistle, tin whistle, whistle, it's all the same thing. Just not a flute, and it's not a recorder. And so this is in the key of D, which is like the most common one. We're going to do two tunes. One's in G, and the second one is in D. They're both pretty old traditional reels. Craig's Pipes and Otter's Holt.
Thank you. Okay, we have time for one more. Once again, thanks to everybody at Music City Roots for having us out. And we are the Fells. If you get a chance to come hear us play, please do. Okay, we're going to do an old Irish pub song now that normally it's done in sort of a swing, sort of a 3/4 thing. But we do it as almost like a bluegrass song. So some of you may recognize it if you've been out on pub crawls. Ready, Tom? 1, 2, 3.
Well, I've been a wild rover for many's a year. I spent all my money on whiskey and beer, but now I'm returning with golden great store. I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never, no, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went into a nail house I used to frequent. I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. I have whiskeys and wines of the best. And words that you told me are only in jest. And it's no, nay, never, no, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I return to my family, confess what I've done, and ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they caress me as oft times before, I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's hear it for the Fells, everybody. Tom Safell and Travis Johnson. The Fells. That was great, guys. That was wonderful. Now, Travis and I used to go to a yoga class together, and this guy is amazing, I'm telling you. I was almost embarrassed to go in there. He's so good. And I'll tell you what, he's equally as great as a musician, too, and singer. Well, folks, do what you can to support our great artists along their journey. Buy their music if you're out there listening to the broadcast. Or if you're here tonight, visit the merch table if you're here in the house. And you'll also get 10% off the Music City Roots merch table if you purchase something from one of tonight's artists. How does that sound? Does that sound like a deal? Huh?
That includes Jim Lauderdale CDs, right?
Oh, yeah, that counts too. You get a discount on those. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Take it away.
Folks, you're listening to Music City Roots on the Roots Radio Network based in Franklin and Nashville, Tennessee, now in over 40 cities across the U.S. and Canada. And don't forget to check your local PBS listings for Music City Roots on American Public Television here locally in Nashville on NPT Channel 8 Friday nights at 9. And big thanks to our friends from Ascend Federal Credit Union. What if you could keep an eye on your finances 24/7, no matter where you are or what you're doing? Ascend Federal Credit Union offers free, convenient account access with eBranch, online bill payment with ePay, and online statements with eStatements. Use Ascend's app to access your accounts on your favorite mobile device. Stay on the go with Ascend's e-services and see what's possible. Visit ascendfcu.org to register for e-services from Ascend. Ascend Federal Credit Union, raising possibilities. Ascend is federally insured by the NCUA. Membership is limited, and we're very proud of our friends at Ascend for keeping big support in music. Like spring is coming, the Ascend Amphitheater. I don't know about you, Craig, but I've got my tickets for Neil Young ready to go, and it's going to be a good one.
One for me?
I do actually. And right now, folks, we're going to toss it over to our good friend Craig Havikhurst.
Enjoyed the Ascend Amphitheater last year a few times. It's a great new asset for Nashville.
It's just beautiful.
Well, folks, let's give one more round of applause to Travis and Tom of the Fells. That was nice.
Thank you all.
Some instruments that take some doing, learning, especially that banjo. What's the story? Is it an 8-string?
It actually is, yes.
That's a crazy thing. Tell what's the background on that?
I designed it about 20 years ago. I started out playing 5-string, then I built a 6-string, and then I built the 8. And I'm not going anymore.
Yeah, more is better to a certain point.
Yeah. But it has 2 lower strings and 1 higher than a traditional 5-string has.
Yeah.
So it's almost 5 octaves of range.
What just that says something about your approach to musicianship and what were you trying to do? What does that tell us about where you came from and what you are aiming at?
Well, I started out playing classical clarinet and classical guitar, and I always loved the sound of the banjo, so I started playing that when I was about 13. But I wanted to be able to play bigger chords, and I write a lot of music on that instrument. So I have a full octave lower than a normal banjo has, and another half octave above it. So you can get piano voicings and big modern chords, and you can also have notes ring into other ones. So there's like several ways to play anything.
Okay.
So that's good and it's bad, but
more choices. And then just tell us about how you guys met one another. What brought you all together? What were you doing at the time? And
Yeah, I was working on a solo project. My wife, I was married at the time, and I was driving her crazy, and she said, "You've got a bunch of songs. Get out of the house, go record." So I was working on this record, and I had a part where I needed a banjo player, and I play a lot of different instruments. So I figured I could play it, and it would be horrible, or I could get him to play it, and it would be good. So I figured, because I kind of sort of thrash around on it. So anyway, I called Tom up, and he came in and put the part down, and then I don't think we talked about maybe the band right then, but then we went out and had some Chinese and everything, and I said, let's, just free meal. I just bought him a meal, and he's fine. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, and so we decided, and then I had a fiddle player in mind too.
Mm-hmm.
So we were a three-piece for quite a while.
all right. Was Irish music the thing that was on your mind at the time, or was that a shift of gears for either one of you?
I'd been playing Irish. I was out of music for a little while, got back into it. I'd been playing it for probably about 8 years or so by the time I met Tom. And Tom was in sort of a bluegrass / Irish / what, I don't know. Yeah, band. And so maybe you should, but yeah. Anyway, so Tom basically came from kind of a similar background, but he's got more bluegrass in his background.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tom, you've sort of lived the Ulster Scott to Appalachia kind of story, which is what we've been chasing and learning more about with each passing visit to Ireland. And it really has kind of sunk in that we wouldn't have Bill Monroe and all that came from it if it weren't for those ancient melodies. We wouldn't have the Carter family, who collected a bunch of songs directly based on 300- and 400-year-old melodies and ballads from the British Isles.
that's very true. I started playing bluegrass, and then I always liked fiddle tunes and that kind of stuff, so I would play a lot of melodic style banjo. But when I started getting into the Irish music later, I realized, oh, I see where this came from. Like, this is kind of like our tune, but it's a little bit different. And so the ornamentation is quite a bit different. And the biggest thing with Irish music versus like Appalachian music is, in Irish music, and this has happened maybe since the 50s and 60s, but they started putting chords behind the tunes.
Yep.
And in Irish music, the melody stays identical every time, but the chords will change. And in Appalachian music, the melodies change because it's much more of an improvised style, but the chords never change. And that's what it's like. They're kind of reversed.
Interesting. That's a great observation. I've often been struck by if you get into Irish music, the repertoire is large, but the tunes don't have a whole lot between them to distinguish. I mean, there are these really precise melodies, but you got to have a good memory for melody, or you got to develop one, because if somebody starts to jump into another one, everybody's floating along and nobody's missing a note or going in some direction. It's amazing, the unified hive mind that gets and these tunes survive year in, year out.
It's really true. It's you do not improvise generally in Irish music, and if you don't know the tune in a session, you don't play.
Drop out.
Yeah, you don't like. It's not like bluegrass. Oh, I can play along. I know the 3 chords. It's like, no, you just stop.
If you've learned nothing else here tonight, folks, that's the rule. Okay.
They do not take kindly to that. It's like, no, you don't know the tune. You just sit here and listen to this one.
And I gathered,
I was just going to say that last song that we sang and played is a really good example of the cross-pollination or the idea of combining 2 styles, because that song's normally kind of 3-4 times slower, as I said before, and we sped it up and kind of said, well, let's do a bluegrass thing with this, and it fits really well. It works.
Great. Well, just finally, where can we see you guys play on a regular basis? Is there any place that you are kind of home base for y'all in the area?
Well, we'll be playing in Gainesboro, Tennessee tomorrow. There's an amazing pub up there just north of Cookeville, is it? A little bit west, in northwest of Cookeville. We'll be there tomorrow night. We'll be back up there again on Saturday, and then we have a play at McCrary's here in town.
Okay.
Every fourth Saturday?
Okay.
Yeah.
Third Saturday.
So that's basically it. We're working on an EP right now, and that'll be out hopefully in the next couple of months.
All right.
So,
Great.
Okay.
Y'all have a good summertime. The Fells, everybody. Nice to see you guys. Nice to meet you.
Thank y'all so much. It was great.
All right, folks, once again, we turn to songwriters from Northern Ireland who've distinguished themselves over there and who are making inroads into Music City. Taking the stage now is Bridget O'Neill, Ryan McMullan, and Best Boy Grip.
Good evening. How are you? I'm not gonna lie, I've been really looking forward to this since soundcheck because the stage sounds so good. The sound guys just know their stuff. So yeah, big hand for the sound guys. This is a song called Oh Susanna. Every girl is a daughter, but you're not quite the same. You're like fire in the water and smoke on the rain. And you've got a sweet something about you, something hard to name. The way your hair falls on your shoulders, it's hard to explain. Ooh, Susanna, if ever the world tries to call my name, and I'll come around and I'll sit down beside you. When I won't make a sign. Ooh, Susanna, I wanna walk down by the water. I wanna stand round there and breathe. I wanna treat it like an altar. I've been taking stock, so when I get home there's no need to talk. And I've been stumbling, trying to find my way. Oh, Susanna, how'd you come my way? Oh, Susanna, if ever the world drags you down, call my name, and I'll come around and I'll sit down beside you. Oh, and I won't make a sound. Ooh, Susanna. Thank you.
Fantastic, Ryan. Delighted to be here, and a big special thank you to Anne and Colin for bringing us out here. They are, as Kyra said, absolute legends, and we've been having a ball all week, just really enjoying ourselves and enjoying all your good company. So looking forward very much to playing in this fantastic venue. This is a song called Don't Make Me Go to Town.
Don't make me go to town. I'd have to put on clothes, put powder on my nose. Don't make me go to town. Don't make me go to church. didn't work. They made me tell my sins. Don't make me go to church. They will all expect me to partake. They don't know that all I do is fake. All that smiling really wears me down. Please, please don't make me go to town. Don't make me toe the line. You know I dance and sing in my own time. They'll come round when I call. Don't make me toe the line. Don't make me say his name. You don't know how I'll burn my lips again. You won't see me cave in. Don't make me say his name. They will all expect me to partake. They don't see that all I am is fake. All that smiling really wears me down. Please, please don't make me go. Don't make me go to town when all I had's already underground. I'd rather go there too. Don't make me go to town. Don't make me go to town. Don't make me go to town.
Let's see. Well done. Yeah, they're both great, aren't they? So, well done. Yeah, I go under the name Best Boy Grip. That's not my first name. I'm sure you can imagine that's not what my mum called me. She called me Owen, but yeah, Best Boy Grip is the stage name and the band. So this is going to be a bit different again. Variety is the spice of life, I suppose. So here we go. This is a song called Monster and Me. And this is I suppose it's a song about a lot of things, but generally it's about being in love with someone who's in love with somebody else, which sucks.
You're in love with him, he's got money, I ain't got none, but I'm funny, I won't make you cry in the rain. You're in love with him, he's good looking, he stands naked as he's cooking white powdered medicine for his pain. And I guess I'll take the blame for it all. Never should have left you alone. He fought fortified men in a war, and I can't remember the last time I swore, but I'd fight for you if you'd let me. You're in love with him, I ain't bitter. He broke Angel when he hit her. He's bad company, that's for sure. And I guess I'll take the blame for it all. Never should have left them alone. He'll come home and he'll kick down your door and he'll abuse you. He calls you his whore, and I'd mess him up if you'd let me. You're in love with him, fact stays with me, eats my heart out, lost my empathy, earth, wind, fire, and the monster in me. And I guess I'll take the blame for it all. Never should have left you alone. You're in love with him, oh, oh. You're in love with him, oh, oh. You're in love with him, oh, oh.
Thank you.
Fantastic, Owen. I'm going to sing you a traditional Irish song now that's from the very county I'm from myself, which is County Down. Yep, up down, as they say. This is a song called The Flower of Maharalio.
One pleasant summer's morning, when all the flowers were blooming, oh, nature was adorning, and the wee birds they were singing, oh, I met my love near Banbridge town, my charming blue-eyed Sally, oh, she is the queen of the county down, the flower of Maharalio. With admiration I did gaze upon this blue-eyed maiden, oh, Adam wasn't half so pleased when he met Eve in Eden, oh, her skin was like the lily white that grows in yonder garden, oh, she is my queen and my heart's delight, the flower of Maharalio. Her yellow hair in ringlets hung, her boots of Spanish leather, oh, her bonnet with blue ribbons strung, her scarlet cap and feather, oh, like Venus bright she did appear, this charming blue-eyed maiden, oh, she is the girl that I hold dear, the flower of Maharalio, and I hope the day it soon will come when we'll join hands together, oh, and it's then I'll bring my true love home, in spite of wind and weather, oh, and let them all say what they will, and let them reel and rally, oh, for I will wed the girl I love, the flower of Maharalio.
Thank you.
All right, it's beautiful. Let's hear it again for Bridget O'Neill, Ryan McMullan, and Best Boy Grip. It's wonderful, you guys. Bridget O'Neill, Ryan McMullan, and Best Boy Grip. Thank you guys for coming over here and being with us tonight. It's great.
Jim, we've got a public service announcement.
That's my favorite kind.
Because we love our fans. If you are the owner of a silver Jetta with Ohio plates, your lights are on. I've got cables in my trunk. If you need any help, just find me later. Because I got this about 30 minutes ago and your battery's probably already dead. Sorry. But if you're a boot person, please support Jim. You got your French's boots on tonight?
You know what? If I'm not wearing my French's boots, I go barefoot.
There you go. Visit our friends at French's Boots just a few blocks from here in downtown Franklin, or on 2nd Avenue in downtown Nashville, or all across the state. 15 locations. French's Shoes and Boots, one of the original Music City Roots sponsors. And you want to get there this month for sure, because they've got a sale, the mother of all sales, a sale to end all sales going on at French's Boots. So please stop by and tell them that Johnny Walker sent you, and they'll give you the family discount, which generally means about 10% higher than everyone else. But no, they'll take good care of you. Also, thanks to our good friends at Acceptance Auto Insurance. The good folks at Acceptance have become one of our newest sponsors, and they support our PBS broadcast. Once again, NPT Channel 8 here for your local Nashvillians at 9 o'clock on Friday night. And if you are insurance challenged, they're the folks you want to know. And if you're not, they've got the greatest rates in town. So give our friends at Acceptance a call at acceptanceautoinsurance.com. Craig, you ready to go over there?
Oh, yes.
It's all you.
Thanks,
Craig,
John.
in the chat room. Give him a hand.
Folks, we wanted to chat with a couple of the songwriters that made their way over here just to get a taste of their experience and their colleagues. So please welcome back Kyra O'Neill and Ryan McMullan.
Thank you.
Lovely work from all of you guys. Beautiful and really a huge variety. It's clear that none of you guys are working in any strict tradition. You're finding your own voice. But let's hear just a little bit about what's going on with you guys. I saw you do a CD release party at the festival. Yeah. And so that's just come out. Is that a debut album for you?
Yeah, that's my debut album. It's been a long time coming. It's something I've always wanted to do.
Great.
And the Belfast Nashville Festival has been so supportive of my music, so it made sense to release the album at the festival.
Mm-hmm.
So that was last week, just before we came to Nashville. Yeah.
Great. Do you get to tour around much? How busy do you stay as a songwriter? Do you juggle that with work or life as a student or whatever?
Well, for the last year, I've actually been doing music full time. This is my third time to Nashville. I came for the first time last March for 3 months, and then I came again in November for a month. So this is my third time, and hopefully definitely not the last time. I love this place. I do have a full-time job working in healthcare, so but I'm trying to balance it between, I'd love to do music full-time, so it's just trying to figure out a way.
Okay. Before we pass the mic over, what have you gotten out of Nashville? What's the one takeaway that you thought, I'd never have known that if I hadn't come?
Just how the music industry works. In Belfast, it's such a small city, and we don't really have such a big music industry. It's a fantastic scene, lots of talent, but we don't really get the opportunities to meet publishers and record labels. And so the Belfast Nashville Festival has definitely opened up those opportunities. So coming over here and meeting with publishers and meeting with management companies, and it's just completely, it makes it seem like it's actually achievable. You have to just. So I think that's a really big part of coming over here.
Tremendous. Ryan, why don't I hit you with the same question?
Yeah, can you repeat it for me, please?
Well, just sort of, is this your first trip, by the way?
No, I was here last June. I did a bit of a tour from Nashville to LA.
Oh, well.
But I just didn't want to leave Nashville. We were here for 5 days, and we played the gig, and it was so good, so good.
Yeah.
And I just turned to the guy that I was doing the tour with, and I said, I just can't see it getting any better. But he said, no, look, honestly, you'll find out this small town will be great.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the tour, he went, nope, Nashville was it. We just hit it first go.
Oh, how about that?
But yeah, we just didn't want to leave. It was just amazing. But this time around has been a completely different experience because that was all about performing, which I love.
Yep.
This one has been a lot about the industry, and it's amazing what you see. Like it makes it completely achievable. You see the industry as this big, scary machine, and then you get a foot in and you go, okay.
Okay.
I kind of know where you're coming from.
Right.
So all of a sudden your perspective has just changed.
Can you give us a little sketch of what your musical life is like in Ireland, though? Like how busy you are, and which I saw you've done tours both in the British Isles and in Europe, and are playing you and your guitar, kind of touring around.
Yeah, well, I can't afford a band. It's simple as.
Hey.
You guys cost money, but yeah, I mean, I was a student until September, so I've only really started doing this full time since then, and I love it, but. There is challenges the whole time, you know. You have to pay rent, but but then you get this kind of stuff that makes it completely worth it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what's the community like where you're from in terms of music and the ability to go and find places to play, people to play with? We get used to a certain level of camaraderie, musicianship in Nashville, but it's different everywhere.
I have to say, I love Belfast. Like,
great.
We always leave, and I always just can't wait to come home. But it's just the music, like all the bands, everybody's doing everything so differently. Like, you just heard 6 completely different acts, and I guarantee you'd hear 100 more in a week in Belfast. There's just so much variety. But again, the same camaraderie. You know, nobody's trying to outdo each other. It's all about help, and we're in this together. And I think it's kind of part and parcel why people say, you know, Belfast is kind of like Nashville and all that. I mean, we don't have your weather, you know. But you don't have our beer, so it's good.
Right on. Guys, I wish you all the luck in the world, and on behalf of your colleagues, enjoy your stay. Come back and see us, and congratulations on getting to come over here.
Thank you very much.
Do this up. All right, Kyra and Ryan, make them welcome one more time, and we will.
You guys.
We'll be watching for y'all down the road.
Thanks. Thanks, Kyra. Well, folks, he was raised in Chicago, and he's made music there in California and Music City since moving here in the early 90s. He's a songwriter and a rock and roller, and he's a well-known artist at venues around here, including our beloved Kimbros. Please put your hands together for Billy Prine.
Driving hammer. I gotta find some money, buy some brand new shoes. Try to keep her working, chase away these blues. But she don't love me, they're singing this song. Hey, day coming when the work is all done. Way in the evening when the sun is sinking low. Hold up all the way they want the whistle to blow. Sitting in a teepee bed right on the track. Rolling in bones till the farmer comes back. This is supposed to be the scatter about. I'll make a train coming 2 miles out. Rock it! Get the workers all the way to train. Engine them blowing along.
brand new shoes. Try to keep her working, chase away that blues. She don't love me, singing in the sun. Payday coming when the work is all done. Let it rock. 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 All night long. Thank you. Let's dance. Well, I dated all day, and I dated all night. Bad habits never made me uptight. Mama want me picking my teeth with a charm girl. Well, I was rude and crude, always picking a fight. Going on the bench till the midday light. Now I can't cuss, cause they cuss so much with a charm girl. Well, my jailers friends say that I'm on the wrong track, acting like a prince with a frog on my back. You go with her, it's a handpicked plan. Class ain't good for a natural man. I gotta shine my shoes, style my hair. Every 6 hours I change underwear. Emily Post, I digs her the most. She's a charm girl. Tell me about that girl, Richard Bell. Let's say that I'm on the wrong track, acting like a prince with a frog on my back. You go with her, it's a hit-big plan. Class ain't good for a natural man. I gotta shine my shoes, style my hair. Every 6 hours I'll change underwear. Emily Post digs at the most. She's a charm girl. Play it one more time, I like that. Say you're on the wrong track. You're like a prince with a frog on your back. You go with her, it's a hit plan. Class ain't good for a natural man. I got to shine my shoes, style my hair. Every 6 hours I change underwear. Emily Post, I digs her the most. She's a charmer. Say to Emily Post, digs her the most, she's a charm girl. I say to Emily Post, digs her the most, she's a charm girl. Think about it. Thank you. Good to be here. I'm Billy Prine. Let's hear it for the band. Get up and dance. Good to be here tonight. This is the first song I wrote back in California many years ago. So, Mr. Dan, count it off.
I woke up this morning when I was a kid. Well, my young friends done told me about what those old people did. Well, I'm tired. What these young kids go and do. I'm getting gray and at turning 30. I'm a young man, old man blue. I'm afraid of my future, and I'm worried about my past. Can't find a steady woman where in love she will last. Well, I'm so tired. What these young kids go and do, you know they go and do. I'm getting gray and I'm turning 30. I've got the young man, old man. Let's break it down. I think we ought to try this now. When I woke up this morning, thinking when I was a kid, what my young friends done told me about what those old people did. Well, I'm tired. What these young kids go and do, all they go and do. I'm getting gray and I'm turning 30. Got the young man, old man. Oh, I'm getting senile. Don't you know it's true? Just like Sister Ray said, I know. Thank you. I don't write many, but I come up with a good one once in a while. Thank you. I'd like to bring out, I moved here for the first time back in the early 80s and met a lot of great people. I love this city, Nashville, Franklin, But anyway, Roger Cook became a good friend real fast. And I'd like to bring out Roger Cook and a song called Trail of Tears. Let's hear it for Roger.
Well, all right. Never wash a guitar, folks.
Is everybody having a good time? Feel free to dance, there's plenty of room. All right. shadows and I've seen shine. I know what is not mine. I've seen glitter and I've seen gold. And I've heard everything I've been told. And I wanna spend my lifetime walking down a trail of tears. I said I wanna spend my lifetime walking down a trail of tears, trail of tears.
You've known troubles, you've known war. You know everything that you are for. Well, I'm scared of you and I'm scared of me. Scared of letting my future be. And I don't wanna spend my lifetime walking down a trail of tears. I said I don't wanna spend my lifetime walking down a trail of tears. Trail of tears. Nobody who is in their right mind could bear to see. Looks every blind is gone. True love is gone. Nobody wants to throw it away, but oh my darling, how can I say when it's gone? True love is gone. Well, I've seen shadows and I've seen shine. I know what is not mine. I've seen glitter, I've seen gold, and I've heard everything I've been told. And I wanna spend my lifetime walking down a trail of tears. I said I wanna spend my lifetime walking down a trail of tears. I said I spend my lifetime walking down a trail of tears. I said I wanna spend my lifetime walking down a trail of tears. All right, Roger Cook, my man. Thank you. Is everybody happy? I hope so. Aaron, go brah. Let's do a little Mississippi Mud here by Elmore James. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy the Guinness. It's there. All right, here's a little thing. Kick it off, boys. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Where the man can be. Well, I'm worried where the man can be. Well, I'm worried about my baby, and when she's gone and it's to me. Well, I'm worried about my baby, and I wonder where she's gone. Well, I'm worried about my baby, and I wonder where she's gone. Well, I hope someday
my baby girl will return. Well, I'm worried, where's a man can be. Well, I'm worried, where's a man can be. Well, I'm worried about my baby and what you gonna do to me. Oh, yeah! Georgia crawl. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Mississippi. Well, I'm worried about my baby, and I wonder where she's gone. I'm worried about my baby, and I wonder where that little girl's gone. Well, I hope someday my baby girl will return. Well, I'm worried, where the man can be. I'm worried, where the man can be. Well, I'm worried about my baby, what they gonna do to me. Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm worried, where the man can be. Woo! I'm worried, where the man can be. What you gonna do to me? I'm worried. Richard Bell. Thank you. Thank you.
Man. Billy Prine, everybody. And this great band, I'll tell you what. Now, you know what? There were signs in the building that said, no smoking. That was smoking.
Yeah. That felt good. Thanks for being with us, everybody, tonight. We're going to have one more song. Of course, we always do the Nashville Jam, and that is coming up. Let all these fine artists return to the stage. We'll set the stage up. And before John gives you one final word from our sponsors, let me tell you that I want to say thanks to the Blackstone Brewery lineup tonight. A lot of folks: Sam Wickens, Kyra O'Neill, Simon Murphy, The Fells, Bridget O'Neill, Best Boy Grip, Ryan McMullan, and Billy. Give them a big round of applause to round the night out. That was cool variety. I loved it. We're back for one more week of this season, folks. It's been a crazy busy season for being a winter, but we've had a wonderful time out here at the factory. We're going to take a couple weeks off and regroup for a big spring season. Before we do, next Wednesday night, we're going to be hearing from the Memphis Ukulele Band. We're going to from Julie Rhodes, the Way Down Wanderers, and discovered by Jim Lauderdale a couple years ago, La Terza Classe, hot folk music from Italy. And they do a fine job. It'll be cool to see them do a full set. And I think we'll make their dreams come true, won't we? I mean,
literally discovered by Jim Lauderdale
On the
on the side of
roadside.
I-40. You know, you can't write this stuff.
You never saw a more appreciative bunch of guys either.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Hey, while the stage is being set for the Nashville Jam to close the night, we'd like to say congratulations to Mike from Ontario, Canada. Of course, Craig's over there in the chat room on our stage, but we also have a chat room online where all the people that watch the live broadcast gather and chat to each other while they're watching the show. Mike correctly guessed the jam tune in the Music City Roots chat room. I don't even know what that's going to be, but they're setting up for it. And when not watching Music City Roots, Mike enjoys playing his guitar up there in Ontario, Canada, and listening to Blackberry Smoke. So,
you know what?
hello.
From now on, John, I want to hear the clue that is shared with our online viewers. I want to hear it during the show. So when they know, we know what the clue is, because that would be fun.
That's a good idea.
You know, so Danny, let us know.
Danny Hootenanny, let's take that one to heart there, and we'll clue the audience in as well.
Yeah.
I
still let
get
them
the feeling
guess.
that the clues get a little bit more generous as the
night goes
show
on.
goes on, but nevertheless, you know, Mike is out there, and he could be watching hockey in Ontario. Instead, he's watching Music City Roots, so we sure do appreciate that. And speaking of appreciation, we appreciate the folks that are the sponsors of this next segment, appropriately entitled the Nashville Jam. Our friends from the Nashville Jam Company. If you want to stop by our merch store and pick up a little bit for breakfast, one of my favorites I'm holding in my hand here, strawberry jalapeno. All natural, locally made, and just really good stuff. For the less adventurous, they've got things like blackberry and strawberry. And Keith Bilbrey's favorite happens to be missing under here tonight, Jim. I think he maybe took a sample to Chris Christopherson tonight, but there's no strawberry jalapeno. No peach habanero to be found anywhere. I think he made off with it, Jim.
I'm really disappointed in you.
You know he's going to try to...
Shrillbury.
Shrillbury. He's going to try to pin it on you. But
yeah.
Do you have the Nashville Jam all cooked up
You
over
know,
there in
we
your world,
do.
James?
We're getting set up here. You know, by the way, now tomorrow night, St. Patty's Day, a lot of folks in our country, you know, whatever, they'll be drinking green beer and everything. I've got my own custom. What I do is I put my friend Etty, the Vietti chili, into a Crown Royal bag so he doesn't see me. Then I get a can of Vietti. I punch a hole in the bottom of it, and then tip it, and then I kind of chug the can.
Kind of like a chili bong?
That's right, a chili bomb, and it's delicious.
Jim, I just got a text, and they said that your support group is indeed meeting tomorrow, even though it's St. Patty's Day. So.
Oh, well.
You know, it's all well. You're among friends. We all love you, and it's a safe place, Jim.
Well, I'm
just saying.
Well, folks, we have had a great time tonight, and I hope y'all have. It's been such a pleasure being up here on stage with you guys and hearing you. And, well, you know, a lot of times... oops. Sorry. I chugged one of those Viettis backstage. I asked Billy, I said, hey, you know, since y'all are going on last, when the smoke clears after you guys finish, what would you like to do? And Billy recommended this that his brother John wrote. It's called Paradise, and sing along on the chorus if you like. When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky where my parents were born. And there's a backwoods old town that's often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg down by the Great River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, but you're too late and asking. Peabody's gold train is hauled away.
Well, sometimes I travel right down the Green River, the bandit of prison down by Hazel Hill. The air smell like steaks and we shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles is all they would kill. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late. As Mr. Peabody's gold train hauled away. Away.
Then the coal company came with the world's largest shovel. They tortured the timber, they stripped all the land. Well, they dug for the coal till the land was forsaken. They wrote it all down as the progress of man. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, by the Green River, where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late. As Mr. Peabody's coal train is hauled away.
One more. When I die, let my ashes float down the Green River, so roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise wait, just 5 miles away from wherever I am.
Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late. As Mr. Peabody's coal train does haul it away.
Daddy, won't you
Take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late. As Mr. Peabody's gold train does haul it away. Mr. Peabody's gold train does haul it away. Mr. Peabody's gold train does haul it away. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming out, and thank y'all for being here with us tonight. Thank you.
Music City Roots is a production of Hang Die Media. Special thanks to Colin and Ann McGee, all the way from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Another great collaboration this year. Looking forward to next year already. Thanks for the music. Thanks for making the Belfast Nashville Songwriters Festival happen every year. The jam continues just down the street at Kimbrough's Pick and Parlor. We're all going to go over there for a wee pines and a song. Join us tonight. Join us next week. Thanks for being here. I'm John Walker from the edge of Music City. Good night.